Hey folks, this is Justin from the Leonidas Knives and Gear channel. Hope you're doing great out there. And I was just kind of looking at some of my tools the other day, and I realized that I have been carrying and using the Leatherman MUT tools, multi-tools, multipliers. I've got two different models here, the standard and the EOD. And I realized that I haven't really talked about them very much on the channel. I've never really done a full review or anything like that. Now I will say there's quite a few full reviews out there for these multi-tools, so this won't be a full review, but I just kind of want to talk about why I carry them so often, and what I love about the Leatherman MUT models, including, like I said, I've got the standard and the EOD here, and just kind of want to talk about that. Before I talk about the actual tools, I wanted just to mention about the sheath systems. I did have the original sheath for both of these. I've got the standard one here in, this is a pouch or sheath of my own design, my own making. Pretty simple, just has, plastic buckle on the front, some PALS webbing on the back, and I think this is like a 500D Cordura. Both pouches that I had for both of these MUT models, they pretty much just blew apart within at least the first 2 years of owning them and just using them. So again, I just ended up making my own pouch for the standard one. Turned out really nice, and this is something that I could probably offer through my Etsy shop of Leonidas Custom Gear. So if you're you have one of the pouches or sheaths blow out on your own Leatherman, hit me up, and we'll see what we can do. I have quite a few color choices and camouflages, and all sorts of high-end materials that I work with. And then for the EOD model, I keep it in, this is a high-speed gear. I think it's just a double pistol magazine pouch, and I keep a spare Glock 21 45 caliber magazine in there. So usually if I am carrying my handgun, I've got the spare mag, and then this is the EOD model of the MUT. Real quickly, I'll just show the differences between each model. And the standard model has just the standard multiplier head on there, and then it has a punch, sort of like a tool punch, like a breakdown punch. It's nice for working with your firearms. And then the EOD model, it has, I believe they call this a C4 punch. It works really well as a marlin spike, and it is replaceable just like the punch on the standard model. And then the pliers are a little bit different. It has, I think they call these crimpers, and that's something I've not really used. So a little bit, two differences there between the standard and the EOD. As for the standard model here, honestly, I haven't really carried this one as much as the EOD model, because I honestly really like carrying the EOD one because of this punch. Now, I could probably interchange these. I just kind of left it as is because it matches up with the crimp there, for example. But that's something someone could do, is do a part swap, probably other Leatherman tools, and do some exchanges with that. So first and foremost, Leatherman has really kind of has a special place in my heart compared to other multi-tools and other multipliers. I've used quite a bit of Gerber over the years, and I pretty much got rid of them all after after so many years of just successful hard use of the Leatherman MUTs. And I haven't really used a lot of other Leatherman models. I'm just really like the MUT. It just really works for me. It kind of gives a blend of everyday use and tactical. I would even say it might kind of fall in the bushcraft category some, because it has that small little short saw, and of course a nice knife blade. I know folks out there like the Leatherman Signal. From what I've seen, the Signal model, I don't necessarily know if it's for me. And I think it has a sharpener, and I think maybe a ferro rod, and I can carry all that elsewhere on my person. I don't have to have that all on my multi-tool, but and I wanted to just quickly cover some of the features here that I absolutely love and pretty much use day to day, and then maybe some of the features that I just really don't. First and foremost, the plier function is mainly used. You can see it's been fairly well worn and used. Every once in a while I use the replaceable cutters there. Pretty heavy duty cutters. Haven't really felt the need to replace them just yet. Again, the crimpers, not really used. And then what's so neat about this tool is it just locks up so well once you put it back together. That little catch clicks on there. Has a webbing cutter. I probably use that 1 or 2 times. Just not really my thing on this tool. This little boot and catch is sort of like a pry. I've used that quite a bit. Everything just from hammering down nails in the floorboards, things like that. The screwdriver bit, driver bit, a lot. Use that quite a bit. And then you can flip that out. I like the short bit. It carries 2 larger or longer bits. I don't really get those out. I just pretty much swap around between the Phillips and the flathead, and I'm good to go. And then as for other tools, it has a main knife blade, kind of like a sheep's foot or a Warncliffe style. Honestly, I don't use that as much as you would think because I am reaching for my pocket knife or belt knife or neck knife, whatever I've got on me. Next up is this, I believe they say it's bronze, and it's like a scraper tool. And it's designed to clean up the internals of an AR-15. I actually use this quite a bit. Anything that you don't want to mar or really put any serious scratches, but you need to kind of scrape pretty heavily. Pretty awesome little tool. And again, replaceable. Let's go back to that punch. Really, really like this. Just if you need to pierce into something, you need to undo a knot. Pretty much works like a marlin spike. Really nice. Really nice. And a tool that also goes sort of unused is the saw blade. I would actually prefer to see a file, like a metal file with, maybe some different grains on there. I've used the saw a handful of times. There's some wood grain in there. And it has came in handy, but I do feel like with this kind of tool, I would just get more use out of a metal file, especially since this is focused on firearms. There's just a lot I feel like I could do with a file, but really that's about the only thing that I would change on the EOD tool, other than I don't really use that crimper. And it can get in the way. You kind of lose a little bit of the grip option compared to the regular model. So that's just something to keep in mind. But again, I really do like the EOD model. And Leatherman, yeah, they're awesome. Hard to beat. Rugged tools. They may not have the best pouches or sheaths, but that can always be replaced or make new ones. But I've been impressed with this. I've owned, I think I got I can't remember which one I got first. I think I got this one first, EOD, maybe back in 2015. So you're talking, it's going on 7 years now. Just a rock solid tool. I haven't had any sort of warranty issues yet. So yeah, just super impressed. Love carrying it. Gotten a ton of use out of it. And I can tell you, I'm pretty positive I'm going to have years more to go. So folks, if you enjoyed the video, hey, please give me a thumbs up. I'd love to get some feedback in the comments. And also, if you haven't subscribed, please do as well. I've noticed that my subscriber count has been slowly trickling upwards, so I do appreciate that, folks. Y'all have a good one out there.